My name is Ryan, and you can read the title of this video. Let me just start off by saying, I am not mad at any of you presumed viewers watching this video. Quite the opposite. If anything, I'm hoping you all learn something from this, and if the people that I am mad at see this, well, to each their own, and hopefully they get the message, cause I hope they do. I have an issue with people that are referred to by the term fuckboy. By the Urban Dictionary definition of fuckboy, a person who is a weak-ass pussy that ain't about shit. A fuckboy. There isn't really an easy way to describe them. There's just the common preconception we have in our heads. And that's that they're horrible people that play with people's emotions no matter the gender, no matter the sexuality. Fuckboys exist in every sexuality, in every gender. I don't understand the boys that think it's okay to mess with other people's emotions, especially someone they like or they're with. It doesn't make sense. If you like someone or you want to be with someone, you're not going to mess with their head and you're not going to mess with their emotions. You're not going to make them do something they don't want to do, especially in the case of drugs. And I include alcohol and drugs. If someone is encouraging you to do something and they'll like you more, especially from a loved one or a fuckboy, that's the point where it's ridiculous and it's not even a thing. That's just peer pressure and that's just disgusting. Fuckboys are the ones that mess with you so much, especially in your head, that you feel like you can't be without them. You feel so vulnerable too. Like, you have to always give in to them and always forgive them. Forgiving a fuckboy is like a cardinal sin in my life, and I can even accuse myself of doing it. So no, I'm not being a hypocrite, I'm speaking from actual experience. There is absolutely no reason to ever apologize, much less even go back to a fuckboy once they're out of your life. Boys that think that they can just mess with people's emotions. Boys that think they can come back whenever they want to because they need you in their life all of a sudden, but they refuse to admit that because they're so stupid and they're so ignorant of the tribulations they cause in your own life. I don't know what to say to you. This is what I have to say to actual fuckboys. This is me, a verbal letter written to you. Dear fuckboys, please leave all girls and boys that once liked you alone. Leave them all alone. Why is it so hard for you to understand that you're ruining them? And so many of them are such strong people, yet you've weakened them to the point where they feel like you're a necessity in their life. All you are detrimental to them, and not even that, you're detrimental to yourself because you're ruining all these people you leave behind. Why is that so hard for you to understand? Why is it so hard for you to understand that all the people you hurt, it's not just temporary. You leave a lasting effect on them that affects the other people they come in contact with. And sometimes to the point where even their friends will give up on them. And I can honestly say that I've done that before. And that's really shitty. I'll never understand how you get into their heads, get into their minds where they feel like you're a necessity, where they feel like they need you in their life. And they don't. They need to focus on them. They need to be able to be their own person without feeling like they need to be with you because you're a disease. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's true. Those of you that not only just mentally abuse girls and boys, but those of you that physically abuse them are the worst kind of fuckboys. At that point, you're just garbage. What do you have in your head? What is it that makes you feel like the rational thing to do is abuse somebody? I don't care if it's mentally or physically. Any kind of abuse is already too much. Boys that just feel like they can do whatever they want, like they're king, like they can just stomp on people. Emotionally, you're ruining them for the long run. And physically, you're destroying the thing you claim to love. And in both instances, sometimes a mental abuse can lead to physical abuse by the person that was in the relationship with the fuckboy. And in that case, you're still responsible for the physical and mental abuse you caused. Why is it so hard for you to understand that you're a terrible person and you need to work on you? I've had so many friends that go out with fuckboys and that feel like they need to stay with them, like they're stuck with them, or they feel like they're over them, and then all of a sudden one day they're like, oh, we're gonna be friends, or oh, I forgave him and so we can be friends now. That's not how this works, and I'm sorry to tell you, but they're a disease that needs to be cut off. They need to literally be out of your life in order for a difference to be made in your life. maybe I'm switching gears now, and maybe I'm talking to those of you that are in relationships with fuckboys or friendships with fuckboys. You need to realize, and I understand it'll take time because I've seen it all and I've been through so much with fuckboys. You need to understand that you're better than this. And you don't need to fall back into someone that you've already been with. You don't repress yourself into going backwards. You're supposed to keep moving forward. Sure, sometimes fashion and music will look back to the past to get inspiration for the future, but in everyday life, especially in taking care of your wellness mentally and physically, it's always about moving forward from past mistakes, because that's what fuckboys are, and you need to understand that. You're better than this. And you don't deserve to be treated like garbage. People can say I'm uneducated on the topic because I'm not currently in a fuckboy relationship or any kind of mentally, physically abusive relationship, but you need to understand that by remaining in that environment, you're basically preventing yourself from bettering yourself. To those of you that are fuckboys watching this video, there is something I request of you to do at this moment. I'll even give you a brief moment to pause the video while I tell you what to do so you can go do that, and then come back here and finish this. I need you to go look up the song Stupid Boy by Keith Urban or the Cassidy Pope version, either or, it doesn't matter. Look up the lyrics, look up the song, listen to them simultaneously, listen to it. Listen to it, digest it, read it again, listen to it again, digest it again, and actually just keep repeating until you understand what exactly you're doing to girls or boys by being with them, until you learn how to fix yourself. That is the message that you need to learn. This song in itself is a beautiful message to people like you. People like you that need to learn how to treat people, especially people you claim to love. People are not some things that are meant to be temporary and used and then just disregarded, or used and abused. And I'm not trying to be funny or poetic there. I am being 100% sincere with my entire being. There's no excuse for it. There really isn't. There are so many things that people can empathize with in this world, and I don't care if you feel like you're reformed, but you just go back and do the same mistakes over and over again, because that should be a sign to you that you haven't changed. That should be a sign to you that you need to change. That should be a sign to you that you are a horrible person. I firmly believe that you can become a better person, but it really takes time to look at who you are. You can't just continue being the way you are. I'm all for fuckboy reform. I'm making this for that purpose. But it takes more than just one whiny gay boy complaining. It takes a whole bunch of people to speak up and speak their mind in relationships, any kind of relationship. Friendships are relationships. You need to speak up because you need to respect yourself. And the only way you can show that you respect yourself is by speaking up. Those of you that are with fuckboys or ex-fuckboys that keep returning back to their fuckboyery ways, say something, do something. You can't just be stagnant and let them be that way. No one gets better by not speaking up or not raising a question about a problem. Like, we have to be better about this kind of BS because no one deserves this. And I'm tired of seeing so many beautiful people being turned into like piles of garbage because they've been with a fuckboy that's messed them up so much mentally and sometimes physically, and that's the most disgusting thing. I can't stand seeing people that have been permanently damaged by being with a fuckboy, by being with someone that detrimental to them. It hurts my heart so much. And that's because I've seen so many of my friends go through it. That's because I've seen so many ex-friends go through it. And they cut you off because they feel like that fuckboy is more important in their life than friendships. Those of you that aren't fuckboys, raise your right hand now and repeat after me. I, insert name here, promise to always, always think twice before getting into a relationship with a fuckboy, and always remember to reevaluate my standards before committing to said relationship, because I love myself more than any piece of trash ever will. Now before you guys go, I wanted to read one quote. Douglas Adams once said, "Human beings who are almost unique in having the ability to learn from the experience of others are also remarkable for their apparent disinclination to do so." We're a human race that has progressed so much in these past hundreds of years, yet somehow we have such repressed thinking when it comes to relationships. And I think we need to be better than that. So until next time, I will see you guys later, and I love you so much, and I'm sorry I still don't know how to end these videos, but I'll see you next week.